Now we're going to move on to some slightly more complicated questions using what we've learned in the previous key skills. So the first question we're going to do is 3 to the x is equal to 1 over 27. And we need to find x. So you need to have everything matching in the matching base of 3. So if you remember from previously that 27 is 3 cubed, because 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. And as we have 1 over, it's a negative power. So we're going to put this back on the top and change the sign to -3. So that's what the opposite of what we did in the previous videos. Now you can see that these two here, they need to be the same. So you must have, the powers have to be equal. When you get down to just one number on each side, you can say this power must be equal to that power. So we have x equals to -3 as our final answer. Let's do a second example of that, which is 4 to the power of 2x minus 1 equals to 8 to the power of x plus 2. The most important things in these questions is that we have the same base number, the same big number. So both of these are powers of 2. So the first thing I'm going to do is change 4 into 2 power 2. And I'm going to change 8 into 2 power 3. Notice how I keep these numbers inside a bracket. That's really, really important. On the next line, I'm going to use the indices rules for brackets. So that means I need to multiply these two together. So to remove the bracket, I need to do 2 times by 2x minus 1. And here I need to do 3 times by x plus 2. Just going to multiply out those brackets now. So 2 times by 2x is 4x. 2 times by minus 1 is minus 2. And that equals to 3 times x is 3x plus 3 times 2 is 6. Now, once you have one base number on each side, you can say that the powers must be the same. So we must have 4x minus 2 is equal to 3x plus 6. So now I'm going to solve this linear inequality. I'm going to bring all of the x's to one side. So I'm going to move this 3x to be on the same side as the 4x. Notice that when I bring it over the equal sign, I've changed it from plus 3x to minus 3x. And also, I brought the 3x to the side with the 4x and not the 4x to the side with the 3x. And the reason is you always want to bring the smaller x over to the side with the bigger x. So 4x is bigger than 3x, so 3x has to come to the 4x. On the other side, I've got 6, and I'm going to bring over the minus 2 and change that to plus 2. 4x minus 3x is 1x, and that's equal to 6 plus 2, which is 8. If you had a calculator at this stage, what you could do is you could go back to the beginning and substitute in here your answer. So we had an answer, x is equal to 8. So you could type into your calculator 4 to the power of 2 times 8 minus 1. Is that equal to, and then type into your calculator 8 to the power of 8 plus 2 and check those two answers are the same. So the last question we're going to do in this series is 1 over 2 to the x is equal to 2 times by square root of 8. So we always want all of our bases or all of our big numbers to be matching. So in this case, we're going to have them all as 2. So we need to work on this square root of 8. There's a couple of different ways to do this, but I'm going to ask you to remember that if it's a square root, it's the same as power a half. because there's that invisible 2 and it's a root, so it's on the bottom. So it's 8 power a half. Now, if we remember that as a power of 2, 8 is 2 power 3, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So on the next line, I'm going to replace, again inside the bracket, 8 with 2 power 3. To remove the bracket, you always multiply the inside number and the outside number. If I multiply 3 times a half, imagine there's a 1 there. So 3 times 1 is 3, and 1 times 2 is 2. Now, we talked about this previously. If there is no power written, 2 is the same as 2 power 1. So when you multiply indices, you add the powers. So on the second line, I'm going to do 1 plus 3 over 2, which will be 5 over 2, because 1 will be the same as 2 over 2. Before you add your fractions, you always need to have a common denominator. So 1 over 1 is the same as 2 over 2, if you want to match it here, because you do times 2 and times 2. And 2 plus 3 is 5 over 2. Now, we still have the problem that the x is on the bottom. It's 1 over 2 to the power of x. So if I flip my x, my 2 to the power of x up to the top, I need to change the sign on the x. So that will be plus x, it will come up, and it will change to minus x. Now, when I have one number matching, so 2 and a 2 on each side, I can say the powers must be the same. So I say minus x is the same as 5 over 2. And the last step, in order to find x, I divide both sides by minus 1. So x is equal to minus 5 divided by 2. If you want to write your answer as a mixed number, you say, there's the minus, 2 goes into 5 2 times, remains a 1 over 2. The team at Maths with Sophie have made a free ebook to go with this video series. We've broken the topic down into small, manageable sections. Each section has a video tutorial that you're already watching, interactive questions, and model solutions from exam questions. To claim your free ebook, you don't need to download anything, you don't need to sign up for anything. You simply click the link below and it will open in the web browser of your phone, tablet, or computer. If you enjoy using our free ebooks, make sure you check out our website because we have other ebooks on different topics.